5 rounds per time, 15 overhead squats, 15 calorie row with a 12-minute cap. So this was the first workout of the week that we tested. So I squat snatched my first rep and Annalise power snatches. First set feels really easy, and that changes very quickly.
Definitely. I think I went unbroken.
For all sets, or
no,
the
no,
first
no.
set?
At least the first. I think I broke up after the first, though.
Yeah, so there's really two goals with this workout. So if you're like a higher end RX person, the goal for you is to do the whole workout unbroken and to go as fast as you can on the rower while still recovering to go unbroken. If you're more like that intermediate athlete like Annalise, she's better off doing this RX and breaking up the overhead squats.
Right.
And then if you're somebody who has good mobility and a good overhead squat, but you're just sketchy in the strength side of stuff, you're better off going with something like lighter and trying to go unbroken for all 5 rounds. So those are really the 3 like sides of the overhead squat for this workout. The person who has really poor mobility is going to have the option to either overhead squat with a PVC just to get practice, or they're going to have to substitute a front squat just to be able to load it safely. So those are the 2 options. So you can see I started my second round. Annalise is right behind.
I'm pretty sure I broke up the second round. It's my legs after the rower.
Yeah, you can see I keep stopping. You can't see it from this angle, but I kept accidentally like jumping forward because I was standing up too fast, so my weight would go forward and the bar would start to slip forward. You have a little bit more of a controlled. I was moving a little fast. Something else that you want to take note of is that I'm taller, so I usually have a really long stroke on the row, but I was purposely not really using my legs on the rower. I was barely hinging over, and I was using mostly lower back and arms for this row just to kind of mitigate the amount of legs. Just trying to let my legs recover. So my rowing technique in this video is very different than it would be in a normal rowing workout. I don't know if you changed that at all.
Not really, but my legs definitely
felt it.
Yeah, because you're squatting and then you're basically doing the squatting movement on the rower.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again.
So if you have long enough limbs, you can kind of, you see Annalise has a much longer stroke than I do. I'm a lot more like glutes, back, and arms for this, and that was on purpose just because my goal for the workout was to go unbroken. She's more of like that intermediate athlete, so she kind of had a different game plan than I did. So you're going to have to game plan the workout specific to who you are. This is a similar workout to Nancy.
Right.
It's just a lot higher intensity because Nancy is a 400-meter run, so the run definitely pulls out some of the intensity. Since this is only 15 calories, that's like 45 seconds of work if you're going decently paced, or 12 calories for a girl. So the intensity's got to be higher. You're better off to, like, if you're a person that's like, I suck at overhead squats, you could honestly do this workout with 30 air squats and keep the rowing calories the same, and you'll get the same exact feeling that both of us have. The intention of this workout is definitely not strength. It is all engine and legs. We want to blow up the legs and see how long we could hold on.
Yeah, the legs definitely feel it. I didn't expect to feel it that much.
Yeah, I felt fine until the 4th round. Like, I felt completely fine. From like a rowing pacing standpoint, I can typically row intervals at like 14 to 1500 calories per hour. I was rowing like 1,050 to 1,100. So just to give you guys an idea, when you go into that first row, don't be that guy that like comes out with your 500 meter pace because you're gonna just blow yourself up. What were you rowing?
I think I was holding high 800s. Normally I could hold about 1,000.
Yeah, so figure you're gonna drop your rowing pace for like 2 to 300 100 calories per hour. The whole purpose of this workout is managing fatigue and trying to do as big of sets as possible. That's the entire intention of the workout. So the goal of the workout really would be to go unbroken as fast as you possibly can, and then go as fast as you can on the rower while still recovering to go unbroken on your next set of squats. Yeah, you'll see my my fifth set on the rower, my pace is completely different. Like, I go as hard as I can because I know I don't have to pick the barbell back up. So you guys got to make sure that you pace the workouts appropriately.
I think the most important part for me was on the rower, not to like start out really hot and then die off. It was just hold a pace the whole time.
Yeah.
And get right back to the barbell.
You can see if you have done this workout, you can tell that this is the type of workout that if you don't pace this workout correctly, you can redline in the first round.
Yep.
Like, you can
100%.
implode on after that first row, and things will get really ugly on the second set or even the third set of overhead squats. Starting to feel it.
I think this is round 4 out of 5, yeah. It's definitely mental too, just to get off the rower and just
pick it up. Yeah.
You just got to put your hands on it and pick it up.
The other thing too, from like a physical standpoint, the longer you rest, the more blood flow is going to settle and the more lactic acid is going to settle. So like, you got to pick your bar up as soon as you possibly can.
Yeah.
I think I waited too long for this last set, and this was actually the one I struggled with the most.
Right.
See, I stepped forward, I started to struggle. I should have picked it up sooner, and I probably would have been better off.
I felt the second, I would feel really terrible getting off the rower, but the second I picked up the bar and started moving, I felt awesome.
Yeah. Now you guys can see something to take note of. If you guys watch us do these, there's never really like a struggle as far as strength goes. It's just, it's a burning type of struggle. So when you guys are scaling this workout, it should feel very light. Like 95 feels like an air squat. Holding a bar, like it's like doing an empty bar overhead squat for me. And for you, it's probably a little bit heavier, but you're still able to do bigger sets.
It was less of a strength. It was more like my legs were blowing up and just shoulders from holding a bar overhead for a while.
Yeah.
And then even sitting on the rower, they got pretty tired pretty quick.
Yeah. So this is my last round. You can see that my stroke is a lot bigger now because I'm not really as worried about my legs. And I'm pulling at a lot faster pace because I know I don't have to get back on the barbell. You're a lot more consistent than I am, though, with like your pace. You just look the same. I was going pretty chill.
Well, I still have one more round. I remember I tried to go unbroken the last round.
Not good.
But I think I got to rep 8, and I like stood up for a second. I was like, no way. Threw it down.
Yeah. So for anyone watching still, this is going to have a 12-minute cap on it. So you're either going to finish in under 12 minutes or you're going to have it like your score will be 12 minutes, and then in your comments you'll just put how many rounds or reps you got before the 12-minute cap. My time was 8:19, and Annalise's time was 10:50. So we both finished under the cap. Originally, we had this as a 10-minute cap with 5 minutes rest in between workouts, but we changed that on the fly just because.
I was almost. I think I got on the rower with at 9:50 something.
Yeah. So we're pretty confident that 85-90% of people, if they scale correctly, will be able to finish this under the cap. Some people will get capped, but that's fine. That happens. It's part of the process. So this is where the
Yeah.
the legs start to blow up.
Yep. Yeah, that last round hurt pretty bad.
It's like the best feeling ever when you finish
Oh
that
my
last
God,
rep,
yeah.
because then you like sprint to the rower. You're like, I'm done. And then you do like 5 calories in the row. Like, shit, I'm not done.
Yeah.
You're like, I gotta finish this.
Oh my God, yeah.
But you could see she's starting to haul ass too now.
Yeah, I was trying to push my legs.
Yeah. So this will probably, we got some big strong guys in the gym. So I'm pretty sure that we'll have some people finish this sub 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And then on the girl side, I think the same thing. I think we'll see girls go sub 10, no problem. So I'm thinking like a 7 to 12 minute range.
That
Well,
sounds right.
definitely going to be 12 because you're getting capped. But I think most people will finish sub 12.
Yeah.
But this is a quick workout. You definitely do want to leave a little bit in the tank, knowing that this is a 2-part workout. So your tempo here is going to probably want to be like an 85 to 90% effort rather than 100%.
But you still get that rest. That 6-minute rest was
you'll
more
be
than enough
fully
time.
recovered.
Yeah.
And the second workout's different movements, so your muscles will be fine. So you're going to rest 6 minutes, and then you head into the second workout, 5 rounds, 10 toes to bar, and then a 15 10-calorie bike. Again, the intention of this workout is, the focus is the gymnastics. So we want to try to go unbroken for those people that are higher level RX athletes. For the people that have toe to bar, you shouldn't be doing this workout with toes to bar if you have like 1 or 2 toes to bar, because it's 50 toes to bar that you need to finish in under 12 minutes. But if you can clip together 5 toes to bar at a time, you could definitely do this workout as it's written. If you can't do that, then you're going to want to modify things. So the intention of the workout is either unbroken or 2 quick sets of 5 and 5. Is that what you did?
Well, my goal was open with a set of 5 and then either do a set of 5 or like 3-2 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily so much about the sets. It's more about the amount of time that you spend on the pull-up bar.
Right. Yeah,
So,
if I broke it up, it was like down and right back on.
I can't see the clock on the video, but you should be able to finish those toes to bar relatively fast. And then the bike, similar to the rower, you want to go as fast as you can while still recovering to go right back on the pull-up bar. That pace is going to be different for everybody. So for me, I can typically do intervals in the mid 70 RPM range, and I was doing like a 64 to 66 pace on the bike. So you're going to need to significantly reduce your pace on that bike, or else you're going to completely implode.
Right. I was holding, I think, around 50, 55, somewhere in that range, and then the last bike, just as hard as I can go.
Yeah. So you're just going to want to get on the bar. In Annalise's case, she's doing a good job of just keeping her sets quick. Even though she can't do the workout unbroken, she's going to do quick sets, and then she's going to try to get back to the bike as soon as she can.
That's when I no-repped myself.
Oh, nice. So get back on the bike. The way that I would do the bike, I don't know about you, is I would do a very relaxed 5 calories to start, and then I would start to increase my pace. I don't know how you did it. I would just like kind of chill my first 5 calories.
I just tried to get to that 50-55 range and just keep it.
Stay the whole time?
Yeah. I mean, for me, that's the best way to be able to recover but hold a good pace on the bike.
Yeah, the bike definitely gets hard.
Yes.
I think the most important thing though is just forcing yourself to go from one thing to the next without taking breaks.
Right.
If you're taking breaks and putting your hands on your knees, it means that you're going too hard in the cardio element, which is the bike. So same thing with the previous workout. If you're stopping and putting your hands on your knees before you pick up the barbell, it means you're rowing too hard. So you guys need to find that threshold of like, I'm really working hard and this is hard, but I can maintain this pace.
I would try when I got to, when I had like 1 calorie left, I would kind of take my hands off and try to just use my legs and rest for hopping up on the bar.
Yeah, I desperately didn't want to get back on the bike.
Yep.
You just got to get on and go. Yeah, so this workout was a little bit different. So neither of these workouts are so like toxic that you're like in a red line if you pace the right way. The intention, like we said, is not to get to that red line. We're trying to in this specific workout, we're trying to do a bunch of gymnastics and then at a high heart rate, and we're trying to work on big sets at a high heart rate. That's really what we're trying to work on here. And then with the previous workout, it's the same deal. You're trying to work on big sets of a lower body stamina movement while at a high heart rate, and you're training with your legs super fatigued. So all we're going to say is by Wednesday, our legs and hips were shot.
Yep.
So we adjusted the programming for you guys.
That's why we tested.
Yeah, because we did not necessarily plan Wednesday correctly after this day and Tuesday. So we made the mistakes on ourselves instead of you. So this is me being a little bitch and taking a little bit too much time. Probably didn't even need the chalk here, but
probably didn't need the chalk any round, but I did it anyway.
Yeah. So like that's like a waste of like 25, 30 seconds. So that's like a spot where you guys can learn from our mistakes and make more time up.
It adds up too.
It really adds up.
You spend 10 seconds putting chalk on
each
every round.
You're wasting a minute.
Yeah.
And then all I'm going to say is when you guys get to that 5th round and you finish your toe to bar and get on the bike, you need to haul ass on the bike.
Oh, yeah.
You need to
go to that dark place.
Because then you know the workout's over. It's going to be over. You just need to pretty much do a max effort sprint and get the workout done as fast as you can.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to be around like 80% for most of the workout. But as soon as you get off that 5th round of toes to bar and get on the bike, you're at 100%. And it's short enough that you'll be fine. You can totally go 100% for 15 or 10 calories.
Oh my God, yeah.
Just gonna suck.
Yep.
But
you got the rest of class to sit on the floor. So.
Yeah, that's true. So you're going, what, 2s here?
Yeah, I think I did 5, and then I did, I don't know, 2.
2, 1.
Yeah.
Last one. Yeah.
Is this your last bike?
No.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't really look like I'm working that hard, so I'm assuming it's not.
I hope not.
No, it's definitely not. This is my last round.
Right.
So my second score was 8:47. So both workouts took me between 8 and 9 minutes. And Annalise's second score was 9:58. So both workouts took her pretty much between 10 and 11 minutes. So that's kind of the range.
Yeah, I think 12-minute cap would be.
It's completely appropriate,
perfect.
Especially if someone's. We're not sure what scaling options we're going to use. The reason we don't love I was like, there's no way I'm not going unbroken here. I was like cursing at myself to not drop off the bar. I was like, you better not drop, bitch. There you go. Now it's time to sprint. The only reason we might not do a hanging knee raise is because you guys could see how long the range of motion is for a toes to bar. You can do 2 hanging knee raises per 1 toes to bar.
Right.
So it really doesn't do justice to the person who's doing toes-to bar. But on the contrary of that, the person who's doing toes-to bar most likely is fitter on the bike, so things might balance out. So we're not too sure. We're going to talk about that over the weekend. But as you can see on the last bike, my energy is a little bit different than it was in previous rounds. If you guys don't save enough in the tank to have that type of output on your last set, you're definitely pacing your workouts incorrectly.
Oh, yeah.
You need to learn how to pace your workouts to a point where you can go pretty much max effort in the last 90 seconds to 2 minutes of your workouts. So this is where the pain starts to actually settle in.
And he's down.
Yeah, so that was 8:47. Any sort of bike workout's always more painful as soon as it's done.
Right.
Than actually.
Yeah, on the bike you feel
You're
it.
fine.
You're like, I got it. And then...
Yeah. So now it's Annalise's turn.
To die. I think I was holding like 50 to 55 for every other round, and I tried to get up to like 65-ish.
Oh, yeah. So it was really, really hot in the gym. So I actually just laid in front of her bike to get some extra air because I was dying. Yeah, my last round I held, I want to say over 80 RPMs the whole time.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you can really
that last round, you got to go 100%. My legs were completely jello.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is Monday.
It's a good one.
See you there.